that showcase of both of these teams. This is back to elimination side. Whoever loses this set is gone and knocked out of BCX. No chance for the top three. TAYA gonna be able to get into finding that sidelight neutral follow up. Okay, the interruption again. That's what Ulgrim does so well. Patrolling with the lance and saying, no, my teammate's gonna get his combo off.
Yeah, I think patrolling is a great word for it, right? Just controls all this space, is effectively like a sentry that says, if you hop into the zone, you're gonna regret it. But here's an opportunity for Mounir to take a play off stage, comes back, TAYA on that Ulgrim. Oh my goodness, Dar, the way that they are playing this
Ahmet is going all the way out there, going through the ground pound as well.
Nice.
Wants to go for it all. Uncharacteristically seeing a Tesca signature get interrupted, that is not an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, it's so hard, right? Just the active frames as he's spinning can be a little bit tough to interrupt. Oh, and Acno almost gets his combo there. We see Mounir does get the release part of that side sig before getting interrupted.
You can't be too hasty to punish those SIGs. Let me tell you, Acno and Mounir, they're SIG happy because the first one is the bait and the second one is the one that you actually have to worry about, the one that comes in from behind. Mounir able to get a good recovery, able to get a second one. He's looking for that KO off the top. TAYA successfully follows up on the pass and then just goes right back to Acno and gets rid of him. Uh-oh, TAYA.
Yeah, a little bit, kind of gave Mounir that knockout in a sense by knocking his opponent off stage and then setting up that situation for him. But yeah, I mean, we're still seeing TAYA and Ahmet look is so comfortable. I mean, look at their stock count, right? I mean, just now getting sent down to their second stocks. Meanwhile, both members of the red team are on their final. We haven't really seen a moment where Mounir and Acno have really had a chance to play together.
But they have big comeback potential, and that is just, again, they're so efficient with finding these stocks. Ahmet and TAYA, they're playing so well. They have an amazing lead. Let's see how they're able to go ahead and hold it down. Sidelight neutral follow-up, amazing job following up on that pass. Mounir gonna get interrupted by Enlight 1. Ahmet's gonna be able to go ahead and get that side sig, not gonna be able to KO Acno, but I have a feeling that this is, game one is probably gonna go to Ahmet and TAYA.
Let's see if they can make the comeback happen. I'm not feeling too optimistic about this one, though. We're going to see a SIG connect into the last hit of that side air. And now, side air from Ahmet's going to close that one out. Very convincing game one. They looked skill-gapped in that game one. I'm sitting here talking about how, I'm looking at Mounir and Acno, and I think they have the spark, and I don't take that back. I always say if Mounir's on the screen, the X factor is multiplied times a billion, but that game one is not one I would show to people to make them believers.
Yeah, we have not seen that volatility yet, and we don't know yet. That is the mystery of it all. Will they be able to really shine that volatility? Will they be able to hone in on it? Ahmet and TAYA brought a level of consistency. TAYA was patrolling. He was playing behind Ahmet, but then when Ahmet needed to as well, he was threatening behind with that GC sidelight, making sure that his teammate was not getting punished. Mounir and Acno, they also struggled to interrupt a lot of the combos that TAYA and Ahmet cooked up.
Hopefully this game two goes a little bit better for Mounir and Acno. I mean, of course, we're on Demon Island this time around. They should have the ability to go for some wild offstage plays, and we have seen historically Mounir's ability to go offstage and really secure some early edge guards, but so far, I mean, they just don't look like they're able to play as a unit. Do I throw that up to them not playing well, or do I throw it up to TAYA and Ahmet's ability to separate them? Because look at how they're dismantling this red team.
I think TAYA and Ahmet's synergy and dynamic is a lot more solid. At the moment, when he whips that end sig, oh my god, what has happened? How is he still hanging on to the stock? I don't know how much longer he's going to do it for. He eats the recovery. He dodged past up the weapon toss. The GC sidelight is to get off me. He's not going to be able to interrupt in time, but you know what? That almost KO'd. The D-Sig is going to be able to come through. Ahmet, how does he land and reset neutral?
Ow. Wow! I can't believe that neutral sig didn't hit. I'm even more surprised that the gravity cancel D-Light was able to hit low enough to go ahead and get that pickup. Beautiful counterplay happening here. Ahmet and TAYA are still looking phenomenal, but finally getting sent down to their second stocks, and Acno and Mounir trying to hunt down TAYA, but they can't find a team combo in the gap that they had.
I thought you and I were going to get shades of game one, but Mounir and Acno have truly activated. Look at the combo. TAYA waiting at the right time to be able to go ahead and try to interrupt. Acno going to be whiffing that GC D-Light that he needed.
Yeah, if I'm Mounir and Acno, I think I kind of want to collapse on a TAYA here. TAYA keeps interrupting their attempts at playing together with those large disjoints from the rocket lands. If you're able to go ahead and collapse on them, then potentially you might be able to bring this one back. No interruption on Mounir. Just gets the full yeet to the other side of the blast zone. And just like that, a slight lead here for the red team.
Very, very gentle lead, but at any point if they get a hit, it's going to become a 2v1. Just like this, Mounir He's going to eat this hill. I feel like he should just take out his own stock at this point because Red Team has been so disjointed. They've been so split up for so long. That weapon toss was crazy. Ahmet needed the neutral to be able to chase dodge to get back on. Ahmet is still hanging out his 2 stocks. This game is now totally even. Ahmet backing up a little bit, waited for the whip, just knew that Mounir wanted to press a button because that's what he does. He goes for the big swings, he goes for the signatures, and that time he was successful.
Yeah, speaking of just running up and pressing the button, Mounir will never slow down on the aggression, right? You have to try to tame that beast, and that's what the blue team is effectively trying to do. But hold on, this all goes for the double hard read, but then the follow-up from Acno, and the weapon throw gives another jump. He goes down and manages to get the save. Ahmet with the turnaround. Mounir makes it to the other side just barely, and we're still in this game. This looked like it was going to be a 2-on swing, but immaculate play from both members keep this in the game, I guess.
That GC silent that he went for and kept him safe from the Zariel side saying Acno is going to be knocked out. Mounir has to make it back from so deep, but I've got a feeling that that is going to be it. Down a little bit too low to KO off the top. Mounir, you need one big hit, but the neutral does it. Ahmet and TAYA take game number 2. It is now a 2-0 lead.
That's crazy. Honestly, Acno and Mounir looked like they had that game in the bag, right? It looked like they were about to set up that 2v1. They had it right there, was right in front of them. They were about to take a bite of their burger, and then they looked down, and the burger was gone, right? Like, it got swiped from them because of that amazing defensive play from Ahmet. Was able to go ahead, get saved. It was a weapon throw to give the extra jump to buy some time. Goes all the way deep to hit the recovery, send them back up. Gravity cancel, neutral sig. I'm like, what? These are crazy offstage plays.
American commentary for EU gameplay. Imagine it as a burger. So we're going into game number 3. We might be seeing the 3-0 from TAYA and Ahmet, but I'm not counting out Mounir and Acno. Once again, that volatility, that explosivity. Acno not going to be able to get the immediate interruption. Down is going to be coming through. Already they've taken a little bit more damage.
Yeah, this is the point. I mean, Mounir said he needed to lock in. This is the game where you need to lock in. This team does not have any more chances. This is the elimination side of bracket. If they lose here, it will be TAYA and Ahmet going to fight Kaya and Auras.
When he commits like that off stage, oh no, the neutral is friendly fire, that's okay. We fully reset. Mounir punishing him for his insolence, whipping that side stick. Mounir and Acno with another very gentle lead, but they took out Ahmet at the same time as TAYA, so they still are keeping up with like their tempo.
That's what I like to see here. Acno, Mounir trying to keep things alive, and that's an opportunity. Little baby team combo, but the fact that they're working together as a unit spells potentially the start of a really good turnaround. Look at the way that we're getting that aggression. Mounir gets caught by the exhausted recovery. Acno gonna buy some time. Has a decent amount, can get hit 1 or 2 more times, but
that's like the difficulty with one of your teammates going down and leaving the other to defend for themselves. Mounir, he plays as patient as possible. TAYA and Ahmet, they don't go after him because they know his offstage prowess.
Oh wow, I can't believe I didn't combo. Acno, Mounir not able to swing there, but that side sig does get completed, and the second follow-up from the side air as well. They need to get TAYA here. There's the D-Light ground pound, they tap it in, and this is the biggest lead, if not the only time that they've really had a lead here in this series so far.
Every now and then, everything falls into place, and for them, it's going to be able to get those incredibly lethal team combos. The signatures are connecting. They're safe. They've got a big hitbox, but Ahmet with a big scoop with that GCD sig, it is not enough to be able to take it out, which is a little bit tragic. TAYA getting a couple of juggles in. Mounir, wait, am I going to go help out my teammate? Am I going to keep up my advantage against Ahmet? He wasn't really able to decide in that moment. Mounir is sinking back down with the down. Oh, this position is not so good.
Oh, okay, that's going to hurt a little bit here as the team damage kind of ended up being a big part of why that stock was lost, but Mounir still putting on this extra pressure. We do have that extra stock on Acno as well, so he can kind of play a little bit recklessly because he knows Acno's going to come back and support him.
No follow-up though. Mounir is still just continuing to play so safely. Oh my gosh, he needs to run away. He needs to be safe. He is on his last stock. He is in the yellow, and Acno comes to his rescue, able to pick it up, not enough to take it off the top.
All right, looking for that final blow, and either member of the blue team here, they both have a decent amount of damage racked up. That gravity cancel gets interrupted. Acno's going for jump reads, both of them not connecting. There it is this time, but that nair coming out from TAYA to give the blue team another chance. Uh-oh, Ahmet! Oh, but he gets the yoink! Acno can't get back! Acno can't get back! The clutch play! But Mounir turns it around, and he gets potentially both of them. The weapon throw doesn't connect. The sidelight's gonna be enough. No, is it? He doesn't have a dodge! Mounir is clutch enough to force the game number 4.
He He got the ground pound when he needed to most. He closed it out.
Oh my
And that
God.
GC sideline, it was so precise. He didn't even need to go for the GCD like ground pound. It was just enough. It was perfectly spaced. Mounir, he made sure that they're putting themselves back onto the board, back onto the map. Acno went down a little bit prematurely, but I have to say, Ahmet is a demon off stage.
Ahmet is, that's not right. The way Ahmet be playing is simply not right. This dude is devious.
He's just a boy. Ahmet, let's see how he's going to be able to keep it up. And Mounir, he wants to extinguish the demon. What is he doing off stage to him? Killing him all the way down with the boots. Not going to be able to get the stock, but hey, damage is damage.
Yeah, you know, I have to applaud Mounir's bravery, right? Because we just saw the kind of plays that Ahmet can do, but Mounir still confident to go off stage and play that game with him.
Oh, Acno with the follow-up.
Oh my God.
And then Ahmet is there with the coverage, but when I see him off stage, I get a little bit nervous. Everybody manages to make it back.
Oh!
But the boot recovery off the top is going to be able to do it. Ahmet off stage. Uh-oh.
Trying to get as much coverage as they can on the Ahmet here. They want to get that double wipe, but they're not able to find it. But look at how the red team is controlling space. They have control of center. Acno bottom these sidelights. That's a pass to Mounir. And look, he's extending it with the end light. Catches the sig for his troubles, but still has the stock.
That side light was so good
Punish?
because he was able to cover the teammate behind him. Oh my gosh, Ahmet is now off stage again. Mounir is out for blood. He wants that stock so badly. Both members of the red team off stage.
Oh no.
That is going to be Ahmet's first stock gone.
Oh, Acno, you dropped that one, bro?
Why?
Oh, but it doesn't matter because Mounir is online. He's waking up. Acno with the pass. Mounir with the down air, but they can't get Ahmet. But they still survived that. That down six actually going to KO off the top, but that could have been one of the craziest edge guards I've seen in doubles to date.
How does he keep making it back on? I have no idea. Ahmet's survivability is, must be divine protection at this moment. Sidelight, Sider, and Sigma coming through with the TAYA with the best interruption. He knew that Zariel goes up on the end sig. That was the best punish. We saw previously a weapon toss fail to interrupt that. That was perfect. GC side sig unsuccessful. TAYA playing support so well.
Now let's see, can they get one of these final stocks here? TAYA taking so much damage. The recovery, the off the bounce is going to lead to a cheeky KO from Mounir, having less damage, getting out of hit stun faster and being an opportunist. And at this point, Mounir with the sig, the pass, he tries to get the spinning pile driver on the stage, but it gets interrupted.
I love TAYA's interruptions. That recovery was not enough to be able to do it off the top. Acno is looking for the D-Sync, but it's not going to be able to cover above as Ahmet is able to land with that downer. Acno goes in. He gets TAYA's final stock. 3 stocks to 1. Ahmet, I'm not sure if he can do this 1v3 because right now Acno and Mounir have truly activated.
I'm like, are we about to potentially watch another reverse 3-0 happen? Is that what's going to be the tale of this? We'll see first. We have to get this game, which, I mean, based off the way things look, Ahmet off stage! Ahmet off stage! Wait!
Get back on!
Oh, but Mounir doesn't cover it. He was clearly gonna go for it, but Mounir maybe not want to play flyer. But you get that D-Light recovery. They are able to lock it in. But yet again, Dar, we were talking about this at the end of the last game. Ahmet off stage is a problem.
When he was that deep off stage, anything could possibly happen. And Acno knew in that moment, my one job is just to stay alive. I'm not going out there for the reversals. I'm not going out there, to try and steal the stock away. We don't have to be impatient because we have this lead. We don't need to turn this into an unnecessary 1v1. All of a sudden, from what looked like a very difficult start for Mounir and Acno, we're seeing yet another game 5. We're seeing that volatility, and I have to say, Mounir, what is wrong with you? How are you finding all of these stocks? How are you finding all of these boots recoveries? When he needs to go out there, he finishes the job.
Yes, no, I am so happy with how Mounir had activated in this set now. It took a little bit. I was worried the engine didn't look like it was gonna start, but I think the Mounir machine is now online, and he has the perfect support in Acno to go ahead and get him to where he needs to be. The question all year was, who was gonna be the one that was able to team with Mounir to push him as far as he can go? We saw him try with Sandstorm. That was a mess. But now with Acno, he has found someone solid that might be able to bring them all the way to the end.
Well, the side are going to be coming through the end line and the interruptions. Layers and layers of interruptions. Right now we're in pure chaos, but the blue team is the one in
Beautiful!
That grab out is so powerful. That is going to be enough to take out that first stock.
Oh, and double potentially? Do we get the ground pound there? We see Acno Acno tries to get the coverage. Mounir accidentally hits Acno, but it's going to be okay here. They do still have a lead, and they're going to try to push it. Mounir tries to get the punish, but you see the backstep that happens.
You see that Mounir is respecting
Oh
Ahmet
my
off
God.
stage. He just wants to be able to get
Oh my God, whoa!
Okay, the ground power was able to connect. A little bit unfortunate there for Acno, excuse me. Is that going to be enough to take the stock? Not quite. Ahmet, I don't know how he does it. How does he keep staying alive?
Mounir is mashing that signature button now. The blue team seems like they're getting jump scared every single time. But there we go. Mounir probably not going to make it back. No, Acno's there to try to help. He doesn't get the interruption, though. Acno was positioned properly, but the execution of that play failed him in that moment. But they're still in a pretty decent spot.
TAYA being so patient to get back on because he knows he can't be put onto his last stock. Mounir was looking for the recovery. That is going to be able to put TAYA on his last stock. Ahmet's survivability might be a bit of an issue because if 3 stocks to 1, this could easily become a 2v1. Mounir and Acno, they want TAYA. They want it, but you know what? They get the follow-up onto Ahmet. First stock finally gone.
Okay, and this is a pretty good spot here, both in the yellow and the red team. They're in a really good spot. And the same side, the active input on the side 6 to get the pass back to Acno, but Acno just not ready. It was a great side 6 to go for. They had them separated, but doesn't matter. Mounir trying to follow up Acno, and they're interrupting. He gets the dodge as well. Almost gets the side 6, but it's not enough.
No, he converted it back up to TAYA. TAYA is done. TAYA has been knocked out of the set.
Oh, this is all but over here. How do you make this comeback if you're Ahmet? This is going to be another 3-0, daughter. It's going to be another reverse 3-0.
There's just no way, unless Ahmet is able to pull off the craziest 1v2 of all time. He is still fighting. He knows exactly what is at stake. He knows what is on the line. But this is such a difficult position to come back from.
Oh my goodness, and they're just setting up for that final team combo to close things out. Ahmet going to be probably sharking on the side of the stage a little bit, and that's the catch, and that's the game. Mounir and Acno are moving on to the elimination finals, where they will have to go up against the previous world champions in Kaina and Lores.
They solved this problem of a team. They solved TAYA and Ahmet, and what that was they split up TAYA and Ahmet enough that they could simply focus on taking out TAYA's stocks. At some point, they were like, hey, why is Ahmet